Welcome to the Nyancast. I'm Jim,
I'm Sam.
and today we're deviating a little bit from our normal.
Hey, it's live action
schedule.
anime to me.
Okay, yeah. So, as previously known on the Nyancast, we look at a show, anime or otherwise, that has cat girls or other monster girls, whatever, animal girls, and we try and understand the appeal of it. Today, I think we really broke some new ground.
Something really close to me is Power Rangers.
Yes.
So we watched Power Rangers SPD, Space Patrol Delta.
Space Patrol Luluco.
Nah, basically. And we watched an episode centered around the cat girl cat.
Yes.
Called Catastrophe. Great pun.
Yes. So as to just to say this, we didn't watch the whole show. Well, I didn't.
I have already. I watched this show a while back ago.
Okay, so our residential Power Ranger expert Sam is here. I have seen I've only seen a few episodes of Mighty Morphin. I was not a Power Rangers kid.
I was.
So I didn't really understand what's happening, but I was able to appreciate the cat girl in this episode.
She was top. I think her design was better than most cat girls in anime. I don't know.
No, she definitely looked good. We'll talk about her later.
All right.
Well, actually, first, but I want to talk about the context of why we're doing Power Rangers.
Because the movie?
Yes. Which we're actually going to be seeing after this recording.
And also, I've been watching a lot of the Twitch Presents Power Rangers thing, which has been showing every season and extra stuff, and I've been loving it. I watched way too much of that.
I actually watched some because you kept talking about it. So
I send you clips of the fucking stupid moments that are great.
Bullshit. So yeah, we watched a few together.
Like, you grown to love Broken Skull.
Yeah, there are some things that I really do enjoy. I love the costuming, especially in the really early or the old episodes. Everyone's showing as much skin as possible.
The 90s,
it's
everyone's really a testament to its time.
Everyone's really buff. Even the nerd kid Billy is really buff. It's very funny.
He's a buff boy. The amount of overalls.
Lots of overalls.
A lot of overalls.
Lots of color. Lots of primary bright colors.
Well, there's one season where it's who should we fight? Anyone not wearing a primary color. They do get the meta in the Disney era with some of the jokes.
Yeah, I can't really go into the history of Power Rangers. I'm sure you know more, but there's a lot of interesting stuff with it.
So,
but yeah, okay.
So yeah, this when we watch the Disney era, they kind of go away from the overarching story. So from the Mighty Morphin goes up to in space, and that's kind of arcing. It's all connected really hard there. Then they kind of go off on their own thing from after that. A lot of space, because space was so successful, they kind of went with a bunch of space seasons.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. Lost Galaxy kind of Sword in the Stone with that whole thing. It's Space Sword in the Zone / Aliens / Starship Troopers.
Okay. Except I'm sure without the biting political commentary.
They're trying to. It's Earth trying to find a new planet. Then there's Lightspeed, which is kind of
like Mass Effect.
It's publicly known Rangers for the first time, and they're kind of help. They're more for rescuing, helping, but they're fighting demons.
Okay.
It's weird.
Seems legit.
And then there's Time Force, which is Time Force was one of the most loved one. It had one of the best stories too in Power Rangers series.
I'm assuming time travel involved.
Time travel. The people from the year I think it's 3000, and they get stranded back in time, and so that's why you saw the DNA thing when they morph, because they unlocked the morpher. They had to get the DNA of the leader, and the leader died in the first episode. So they went back to the past and got the ancestors.
This is ridiculous.
It's insane, but yeah.
What is your all-time favorite?
As RPM is Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm, and In Space.
Okay.
I love those. I love Gokaiger in Japan. That's a really good one.
All right, so do you want to briefly describe...
After my rant there.
So, yeah, we watched Power Rangers SPD.
You want me to tell you the story?
I would like you to briefly, or longly if you want to, explain the plot to our audience who's probably not watched this.
So, in year 2025, Earth is kind of immigrated with aliens and everything. So there's a bunch of different cool practical designs aliens around. And there's the cops, or the world cops, I guess, called Space Patrol Delta, SPD, and what's it called? They had to, basically any monster doing illegal things or human doing illegal things, they had to arrest and judge and put them to cards and put them to jail.
You mean illegal aliens?
Some of them are illegal, some of them aren't. Well, the leader is a dog. He's an alien.
Okay, yeah, I think this is important. The leader is a dog. I think that's a very important.
Everywhere.
There is a human dog. It's a human. It's like a furry.
It's a suit. It is a suit, but it's an animatronic. The head's an animatronic.
Yeah.
But
he's also gives them their orders.
Yeah, he's their leader, or at least a commander. But there's a bird guy above him. But
yeah, he's
in charge of that HQ. Yeah.
I have to say, I really dislike the reptilian scale design of the dog. The dog's face looks like it's made out of scales.
His face is kind of weird. I thought Japan was kind of weird too.
It is. I like that one better though, because it looks like it's furry, like a dog is furry.
Yeah, I don't know. But then, okay, so what do you think his backstory was? I want to tell you what his backstory was.
So he was a dog. He was once a regular dog owned by a human.
He's an alien, his own planet.
I'm getting there. He was once a dog owned by a human, and one day he fell into like a Power Rangers like power
Not even close.
charge, and then it sent him back in time and
No.
put him on another planet, and then he started his own race of dog people.
No.
Okay, I thought it was close.
Not even close. All right, so he had his own planet. He had a wife. His own his own planet full of dog people. He had his own.
Do they like sniff each other's
He was
butts?
also he had his own he was part of the military on that planet. He had his own squad. Like,
The
you know,
K9 unit.
You know the main bad guy you saw was like Skullface.
Yeah.
He made the planet and basically wiped out his squad, his wife, his entire species. He's the last one left in the species.
He committed a dog genocide.
Basically, and he was beaten, but he was basically like critical condition, but he was like saved enough.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he's like the last of his species. So he's hit a lot of fucking kind of survivor's guilt kind of thing. So,
but he's a dog.
Did you expect that?
No, I didn't. I'm always surprised by the level of human fatality
Millions injured.
in Power Rangers.
Some seasons do have people die.
Millions injured.
Millions dead. Whoever destroy a building with the swords. All right, so he's a leader. He's also like an extra range. In case he really needs his help, he'll come out and his suit. I like his suit really cool. His Shadow Ranger suit.
It was, I mean, one of the better ones, I guess.
I liked it a lot. I like how bigger it was. And then there's also who forget this episode we did it for is Kat, who's like their tech person. She her whole thing is she made them work with their parents, the Rangers' parents, to make the suits, and then their parents were exposed to like radiation or something that gave the kids powers. So
and she also apparently has powers.
No, she was an alien, so she didn't get affected by the rays. So.
But she has a suit. She morphs.
She got a temporary 1 hour suit from their commander because they were tracking. Because the one guy she went to school with was like controlling these Zords that were attacking.
The Moon Man.
Yeah, he looked like that weird like 1930s
McDonald's.
moon guy.
Wait, which one?
That silent movie with the man on the moon kind of thing.
Oh yeah, the one where they shoot. It's
yeah,
like
you
a
also
guy
say
wearing
that
pie
piano
on his
playing
face.
guy.
That's the McDonald's Moon Man.
Yeah, you look like him.
He has like the same face where it's like
that weird.
The chin is like really pointy and the top of the head.
But he's wearing a nice suit though.
It was very fancy.
But his face is like weird, like his mouth like opened that weird.
Yeah, it was very creepy.
But yeah.
There's creepy Japanese footage.
So he went to school with him, so she tracked him down, and the one commander, the guy in charge of all SPD in general, like he's got Birdie. Also, the dog's name is Anubis Doggy Kruger.
His name's Anubis.
Anubis Doggy Kruger. He didn't
I didn't say that.
Yeah, his name is Anubis Doggy Kruger.
What's her full name? Do you know Kat's full name?
Cat
Dog.
Minx.
When I saw her design and you said she wasn't a cat in Japan, I thought she was a minx. Because the spots are like kind of a minx thing.
It's a swan, clearly.
Oh yeah, I think, okay, everyone who's not watched the show.
Wait, we can continue going on.
Alright, sorry.
So she tracks him down and she gives her a suit because she summons minions, the putties of the S.P.D.
Were they like robots or something?
They're called something Striders or I forgot the name for that one.
They look dumb.
But yeah, so she morphs into the Cat Ranger, which I like the design. But so in Japan is based off Decker Rangers, so Space Patrol Decker Rangers, and instead of a cat girl, they have it looks like Swanson. Yeah, Swanson. So she's a swan girl.
But you would not know that if you looked at the costume because
swans don't have ears.
Yeah, swans do not have ears, but this costume has like
pointy ears.
These giant bat-sized ears.
Well, that was Bloodwing, who was the bat guy.
Yeah, that's the funniest part. There is even a bat character in the show, and for some reason,
I like his design.
Yeah, but she has like a bat. It was very confusing.
That's what the sirens got to make off when they morph. So this is weird looking though.
It was very weird. I think we should get to the next segment of the show. Cat girls, are they cute?
I thought she's the best waifu compared to Sid and Z, the other two.
Wait, what?
The other two girls, the main ranger. I think she's the best. I think she's the best waifu. And then there's also the little girl who could got turned back into an adult.
Oh yeah.
And then she got turned back to a kid.
Well, I wish we got more of that character.
It's Morgana when she's like adult, when she's legal.
Wait, her name changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Morgana when she's an adult.
There was a bad girl who was apparently an adult, but then she got turned into a little girl.
Because she thinks she's ugly when she's an adult, so she had to make the bad guys. She's
Weird,
like, you turn me into a kid, I'll make villains for you. So that's why they went.
Infantilism.
And that was like the reason to so they make the monsters look weird because she would make them.
So, there's so much complexity to everything in Power Rangers.
And she was the first child villain that was a child.
Okay.
For Power Rangers.
Very important.
That's a little fun
Very
fact.
important.
Very important. Fun fact.
It's gonna be written in a book someday. You should write a Power Rangers history book.
No, I have enough history. Like something I don't want to talk about, like Overdrive.
The dark ages of Power Rangers.
Force. I don't want to talk about that.
This is
shit.
Any of our viewers who are not into Power Rangers, I'm just as lost as you are. Don't worry.
My rants.
I feel like this is a beyond my depth. I'm not.
This is my expertise. Yeah. I watched it since I was a kid, and Netflix kind of helped watching the seasons I didn't get a chance to watch or were hard to watch.
So all I can really say is, all I can really judge is the cat. Looking at the cat.
I think she's best. Any cat girl I've seen so far, she's the best.
Really?
I like her. I think she looks the best and she's probably the hottest one.
I'm trying to think back how I would.
That's
compare.
not a Dragon Maid.
I feel like after episode 10 we should go back and rank the cat girls that we've talked about.
Cats on my list. Cats on my list.
But I was kind of turned off by her ears.
I thought the ears were fun.
Her ears are like really hyper realistic.
You like how she had to hiss after every hit?
Oh, she hisses very frequently.
Then turn you on.
Do you think that they gave her teeth prosthetics?
They did.
Okay, I wasn't sure if those were just her
canines. That's why you notice she actually kind of talks a little weird because.
Oh no, I didn't.
If you can you can kind of hear certain things like.
That's really funny. I was gonna say her canines looked a little larger than standard human canines, but
she did have prosthetics things in there though.
Okay.
I can cat firm.
She also had like these dots around her eyes, like between her eyes and her ears,
like patterns.
Yeah, with that's what because like there's some like jungle cats that look like that. So
that's a nice design.
She didn't have whiskers, did she? She didn't have whiskers.
No, she didn't have whiskers.
Missed opportunity.
You're better without the whiskers.
She didn't. Yeah, she didn't have a tail. She was very like vanilla compared to some of the other cat girls we talked about.
I liked it.
It was fine.
Because she was more woman and less cat, maybe. But...
She was more woman. She wasn't like this kind of like weird, mentally held back cat-sized girl like in Yonko days.
I was like, are we gonna say Neko Par?
Oh, that too. That's really weird.
They're 4 years old, but or 3 years old and look like a 16-year-old.
I just wonder you know how we have dog breeders in the real world?
Cat girl breeders.
There are people in that universe that must be cat girl breeders.
Or the one island in Japan is all have millions of cats. There's millions of cat girls that swarm you to lay down. Oh god.
You throw food at them to get them out of the way.
They're all not.
Who clothes them? Do you think they're just naked?
They're all just naked on the island.
Oh my god, this is a horrible reality. It's dehumanized.
You know.
It's think of getting your cat girl to put down.
You go in your dumpster with a naked cat girl and you just bat it away with a broom.
You know, when animals get terminal illnesses that a human would fight it, the pet owner will just be like, whatever, it's too much money. Could you imagine this cat girl has breast cancer and they're like, just put her down.
Or harvest her organs. Every human body, they have to have the same organ structure. Do
you think that they could use?
It's getting dark.
Oh my god! I'm gonna write a fanfic about this.
Go do it.
Dark side
also, Cat was also he was stated in an earlier episode, but she's 130 something years old.
Oh, okay.
So also a cougar. It was also kind of a cat.
Cougar.
Also kind of a cat.
Yeah.
The doggy Kruger though.
Doggy. Yeah.
But yeah, she's 130 something years old. So
back to Power Rangers.
Also, they have some awesome ass casual attire. The Rangers.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about their costumes.
Let's talk about the Rangers now though, because I would talk about the Rangers.
I'm okay. I'm gonna put my cards on the table. Mm-hmm. I don't really normally like Power Ranger designs. Mm-hmm. Their costumes and the costumes when they were in their suits.
They're the best ones. I think they're pretty decent.
Yeah, they were okay, but their casual wear that they wore when they were around the base,
officer garbs,
were really cool. They looked They look kind of like the cheesy, futury, sci-fi jumpsuit sort of thing. But like the color design was neat because
It really stuck out.
in like the old series they would like
wear the same outfit
it would
every
be like
day,
okay, Yellow Ranger, you just wearing a yellow dress, a bright yellow dress.
No, you're wearing a yellow tank top with the cap cut off, and you're wearing yellow booty shorts.
And yeah, it's really simple. But in this, it's like they got that like kind of gray, dark blue or whatever it is.
It's like a military would actually like a future cop would have.
With like their suit color accented.
I thought it was really
which
cool.
although it's really good. If you are curious, look up the SPD. I guess you call them casual.
Yeah.
Suit designs, whatever.
I mean, you just look up SPD and they'll have a picture of them, and then I like them all. I like the blue one's really cool.
Yeah, they look neat. I like them.
You didn't get much of the characters, but during the series, each character does have their own episodes towards them, get more development.
And apparently they have like superpowers. Like the Yellow Ranger can turn into like a bunch of herself. Which is pretty cool.
Like I mentioned earlier, like the whole
X-Men.
their parents working on the morpher thing, and they got exposed to radiation, and then or something like that, and then they basically their kids got the power, like mutants basically.
Yeah, it's like shitty X-Men.
Red Ranger, he can what's it called? Kitty Pryde and like phase through walls and shit. Blue Ranger, he can like make a shield, like an energy shield kind of thing. Green Ranger, his like he can see like auras, but he can like kind of like see like crime scenes or like follow trails or whatever.
Maybe so like Detective Vision, like Batman.
He had a detective episode where he has to take pictures.
Oh really?
You saw in the clip episode where he's like the girl who's trying to find out who robbed the bank.
Oh.
That was his episode where he was like tracking them down.
Okay, that makes
sense.
He's
kind of a dimwit, but yeah, that's a kid's thing.
Oh, he's Bridge.
Yeah, Bridge.
Okay, yeah.
He likes the buttery toast. Buttery.
He like
it's buttery.
Seductively waves his fingers.
Buttery.
Like in Oh, you haven't seen Konosuba yet?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm not there yet.
Oh, there's a really funny scene with fingers.
Then there's Yellow Ranger Z, which a lot of people second waifu, I guess, in that one. She can make multiple of herself.
Yeah, she's probably the best one. I didn't really have an opinion on anyone. I would have picked her.
You watch the show, you maybe you have a better opinion, but
yeah.
And then there's Sid. She can she basically like Absorbing Man from Marvel. She can like touch like metal and like make her hand that element.
She should carry diamonds around. They found like a whole thing of diamonds.
I think once that Diamond episode, she does carry around diamond like on her.
What could be like the most like universe breaking?
Unobtainium. Uranium.
Oh, maybe. I just give everyone cancer.
Uranium.
Or like, do you think she could like explode, like touch an explosion and like have like an explosion?
I don't think that's how that works. It has to be a solid. Explosions aren't solid. I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know enough about explosions to disprove that.
I'm not a scientist on explosions.
Okay, Siri. Are explosions physical?
What's the Amazon one?
What?
What's the Google or Amazon one you talk to that people have been doing?
I have OK Google.
No. What's the one everyone has?
Alexa.
Alexa.
Talk
dirty to me.
What is sex?
What's a woman?
What's a woman?
Who's best Ranger girl? Astronomer. You're damn right. You haven't seen her yet, but she's bae.
And I'll never see her.
She might be best Power Ranger girl.
Okay.
Or villain.
I don't really.
That's for your Power Rangers fan. No worries.
I don't really have anything else to say about this show besides
there
was a cat girl and okay. Tim Heidecker. There's a character in it who's like her janitor and he looks like Tim Heidecker.
He's the guy who tested out her new tech. Okay. So in case it doesn't explode in a Ranger, so before it'd be safe. But he's kind of like comic relief in the show.
He had like 15 expressions per second. It was incredible how many emotions he was feeling.
They reuse him. I'm saying that another character within prosthetics. I mean, he's like a troll and because it's. Would you believe next season they go into magic?
I mean, there's only so many realms the Power Rangers haven't gone to. It's only a matter of time.
You have to go with the Sentai. So he's a comic relief character. He had some episodes like the one episode where he like lied to his parents where he told him he was like the Orange Ranger. So like he tried to like.
That's kind of funny.
Parents. It's kind of sad because like the whole thing, like his whole story is like he flunked out like of the SPD school like because he wasn't very good at all. But like the teacher, but they kept him around because he was that like.
Because they had a purpose, or he's just like a dumpster.
He's just like he's like that morale kind of thing, like a positive kind of person.
It's dumb.
There was also a Sixth Ranger. I think you saw Sam, who was like from the future, the guy in the seal time.
Yeah, that was just baffling.
Yeah, he's like the lamest Sixth Ranger because he gets like no sting because they're trying to cut costs around him. He didn't really get an episode either, other than him as a kid. And then what it called?
Oh, I also want to say that the cat girl in this has goblin ears. That's the note that I wrote down.
I don't think they're goblin ears. I think they're fine.
They looked like something an orc would have. They were weirdly realistic. Like normally cat ears, because you see them through the.
That's what they put the budget towards in the cat ears.
You see them through like the frame of like anime where it's simplified and it just looks like a little like triangle shape. This they had like weird like veiny things on them.
I don't think they were veiny. I
Okay,
think
they
it was
weren't
color.
veiny.
I think it was pattern.
Well, no, they had like you know how cat ears kind of like have like weird. I can't explain it. They look realistic. Like they had real ear features. I didn't like it.
It's fine. I think it's fine.
Oh, I also wanted to mention they have like these guns because they're police that
the SWAT outfits.
Yeah, and they have guns that shoot like it has like two alternating like
so,
dildo shake weights that
so they have
shoot
out.
out.
They get a power up
like
mode called SWAT, which is they had the armor and they had the guns and they had the headpiece on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they fire the gun. It does do that. You call it a sex toy.
It looks like a sex toy. It looks like one in the pink and one in the snake, like because it's like two shake weight power dildos that alternate.
It's like a Gatling. It's like the sci-fi Gatling gun to go like Star Wars ones that go like forward and back.
It's very hard to explain this via audio. Like I'm doing all these hand signals and it's not really conveying.
Kind of like an artillery gun where it kind of cocks back when it shoots.
Yeah.
That's probably the best.
And it alternates.
But alternates. Yeah, and there's that, and then. Yeah, I don't know. Not much. Like,
I guess
you
that's
gotta watch the series.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta watch the series.
If you are interested in seeing, because Sam was saying she's a recurring cast member.
Yeah, she's like your text throughout the entire series. So.
Yeah, so you see her frequently.
So I mean, she's there. I mean, if you like the cheesy, kind of cheesy, but like they do have the storylines there to go with the characters. Like, you like explosions, you like mechs, you like kaiju's. This Power Rangers series for you. You can start.
You like cops. You like cops.
You like cops. You like sci-fi. You can kind of see all the sci-fi like monsters they have like in the background. Like you will see them background like the practical like head like more work than you think they would.
There was creeping CG though. There was some CG scenes.
Yeah, 2000. I think after 2000 they did eventually have CG in it, and it kind of some of it is really off-putting. Some of it's not that bad, but I think it's fine. So I mean, any place to start like. Disney eras, like starting from Ninja Storm up is pretty good, or start back from the original is up to you. You just have to like kaiju. You got like the cheesiness or like it is a kids show, but it does have the story that goes with it that'll make you sometimes it'll make you feel it happens like on there. You watch it for waifus. Watch it
Watch it for animal girls.
Like there's some really good seasons, some really shit seasons. That's how a lot of series like long series are. But this one actually changes up with everything, so you'll get something fresh, something new. Some scenes are longer than others.
I feel like if you'll know about the series if you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Like if you are looking for more, you'll find this and you'll like it.
It's a thing. If you give an episode a try, like get some friends and watch it, like you'd probably be better to watch it as a group. I don't know. Just give it a try.
I did.
Netflix has every series on there. Like.
Does it have the original?
I'm pretty sure it has the original on Netflix.
Really?
Still. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I really did enjoy watching some old Mighty Morphin.
Like
they were really
especially
fun.
Like you see what they are in their time. If you want something like a little bit like I don't know, kind of like more mature than like more kid friendly, like watch Time Force or RPM. They're like kind of like good story, like really good stories. Surprisingly, you wouldn't expect in Power Rangers. And like also Time Force has the voice of Virgil from Devil May Cry. Cool.
So I guess on that note, we'll move on.
What do you think though? Like, would you recommend SPD after the episode you
watched? I would recommend it a caveat because obviously I didn't really like it that much because it's a Power Rangers thing and it's just not my thing. If you, as I was saying, like if you like Power Rangers, totally up your alley. Probably you probably already know about it.
If you have a love for like Godzilla, like Ultraman, like
more so in the vein of like Ultraman because like I really love Godzilla and I love like different eras of Godzilla in different ways.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy the original Ultraman, but there's a level of like camp that I really appreciate that as like the series go further in time, it's like less charming.
Well, by Godzilla I meant Jet Jaguar.
Oh, you mean the best
the
hero
the hero of them all.
Jet Jaguar.
punch.
I'm surprised it wasn't Jagger.
Jet Jagger. Yeah. So yeah, they did maybe like Ultraman. Like Ultraman
if I were to recommend a Sentai show, I would 100% recommend original run of Ultraman, because every episode is a charming gem
of Ultraman genocide.
Of genocide, yes.
Throws an entire species into the sun.
It's really funny because it's the stupid show about this science team, and
Yes.
then Ultraman
Science
just
Patrol.
rips like
The Science Patrol.
Oh, the Science Patrol, sorry. And then it'll just cut to Ultraman ripping a monster's face off and then eating it and then pooping on him.
The,
and,
the one he rips off the monster's like neck,
Yeah.
he tries to put it back on after he kills him.
it's so like it's like what like apes do when they murder.
Also, like there's some
animals.
brutal like blood in it too. Like
it is shocking for what it is, because clearly it's for like little children, but it's so weirdly like grotesque.
Like
it's also very cheap, and that's really fun.
It's like
to watch,
some brutal season where like in Power Rangers, like there's a moment in Power Rangers, like this is the first time he said kill or like, cause let's say like hurt, like vanished or destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to tell
Sent to the Shadow Realm.
Shadow Realm, basically. But yeah, so I recommend it. SP is like one of the best seasons, like for a really good season, compared to most. Not a season that makes you get baked into a giant pizza. There's an episode where that happens in Turbo.
So stupid.
It's very stupid.
Oh god.
But I recommend it completely. It's like Power Rangers, but it's easy to watch on Netflix to binge watch. It's a lot of fun.
Alright, so now moving on to what have you done this week that is not related to Power Rangers or Monster Girls or Animal Girls?
I watched a lot of Power Rangers.
Okay, actually wait, no, just Cat Girls. What have you done this week that is not related to Cat Girls?
I watched a
lot
lot
of
of
Power Rangers brief.
I watched more Power Rangers on Twitch. Playing Mass Effect Andromeda, which I'm enjoying it.
As am I.
Also man, that's basically all I've been doing.
It's a pretty straightforward week.
Yeah, just a lot of Mass Effect.
What do you think of Mass Effect so far?
I'm enjoying it. I'm not that far as you are, and
yeah, you're maybe like, I don't want to give a number because I haven't finished yet.
Yeah.
You're pretty early on. You've done like the first major mission.
Yeah, so I'm still early on, but I'm enjoying it. Multiplayer is a lot of fun.
It's really cool. I haven't tried the multiplayer yet, but I have also been playing a lot of Mass Effect. I've played like a lot of it, and I still have a lot more to go. It's really weird how big this game is, because the other Mass Effect games were long, but they weren't big. Like they were always pretty straightforward. Like they give you choices sometimes, like, oh, do you want to go to this planet first, this planet first? But there's like a lot of missions that you can do, and like you can just ignore the main story quests. Yeah. I've also, did I talk about Nier last week? I think I did.
Maybe you can talk about it again since you played.
Nier's great. Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
I don't think we did one last week.
I forget. Whatever. So I also recently, within like a few weeks ago, I beat Nier Automata. I highly recommend. It's an awesome game. Cute robot girl and really cool.
That's for another podcast.
Really cool story about robots and AI, and it's cool. It's just my kind of thing. Sexy robots, and it's just, I don't know. It's awesome. I never played a game by that guy. The guy who made it. His name Yoko Taro.
He also hates now that it's popular.
I'm sure he does.
He does.
He's very eccentric. He always wears that the Emil mask
thing. Yeah.
The character's Emil. He's very eccentric, and I really like his style. I kind of want to go back and play Nier, the original Nier. I've never played it. I also am curious into Drakengard 3 because they did that, but I've heard that game is really like not great.
I never played any of them, so I have no idea.
He does this thing where it's like you play the game once and you only get like a quarter of the content. Yeah. You have to like keep playing after the endings, which for the most part is like there's like entirely new stories, or you play as a different character. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I hope I didn't talk about it last week because then I'm just redundant. And then I think I'm going to talk about...
You also finished Jojo, right?
Yes, I'm caught up with the anime of Jojo.
And you started reading part 5.
Yes, Giorno.
I'm excited.
Giorno
Giovanna.
Pretty hilarious. I really like Jojo Part 4. I think it was my favorite, actually.
Part 4 is great. I love it.
Awesome.
It's probably my second favorite.
I can see why people compare it to Persona, but I don't.
It's Ed and Eddie in Persona.
Ed and Eddie. I really liked it. There were a few characters that I didn't care for, but I feel like that's just par for the course with JoJo.
Yukaka's too is not good enough for Kyoichi.
She's not. I liked her though. She's one of my favorites.
Kyoichi, I love Kyoichi.
Koichi is great.
Like
his stand is like the coolest.
His 3-act SHIT.
One thing that I was curious about his stand.
Which one? Kyoichi's?
Yeah, Act 3.
Okay.
Like, it only has that one ability.
It has that one ability, it can, like, make it
I get the ability, but, like, when he first does it, it's like his stand says, "Oh, I did a rhyme," and then so it seems like he could have done anything. Like as long as it rhymed, his
I think
stand
as long
could
as
have
it
been
rhymes,
whatever.
it can do whatever.
But he only ever does the
on one target, and it's also like it's also a
freeze.
stand that he can talk. It's like a
personality.
It can talk to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where you only see a couple of those. Like you'll see one in part 5 that's like that.
I wish that he'd done more rhymes. Like I was watching Mother's Basement. It had a joke in one of his podcasts where it was like 1 ton 2 poo. If it would be like 2 poo, which is like the most just like crazy stand that makes you have to poop.
It's brown noise.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about. Where I was like thinking about like the one that makes you feel like you shit your pants, or the one that makes you have a constant brain freeze. Freeze pop.
I'm excited. Also, I heard that one takes place in a prison.
6.
That sounds really neat.
Just Jolene.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I'm really excited to get to part 6.
That one's like a hit or miss. But
it sounds really neat. Like
not
the
one
things
of my
I've
favorites.
heard about it.
Part 7 though is like one of my all-time favorite.
I heard that part 8 is really good.
Part 8 is I'm waiting my judgment till it's done to rank it. So I'm really enjoying it though.
Yeah.
Had a really cool stand fight and a standing conclusion, and Best Girl part 8 showed up.
I'm really into it. I was very like flippy floppy with it at first because like part 1 is not good. Like
part 1 is standard shonen, but Dio makes you watch it.
Dio's definitely a highlight. Speedwagon is funny.
Speedwagon is great because he's a meme.
Yeah. And his like legacy lasts for like decades.
Yeah, it goes through part 6.
But like Jonathan is just such a non-character.
He's supposed to be that standard starter.
It's like a battle manga.
The pure blood of the Joestar, and then it goes into Joseph.
Joseph, who's amazing.
He's amazing.
He's a fantastic.
Caesar's a great supporting Joe Bro.
Yeah.
And Lisa's a great mentor, Joe Bro.
Also, spoilers. I don't want to say it. Never mind.
And then Messina goes missing. No one cares.
And then part 3 was like pretty like hit or miss for me. Like
Polnareff is my favorite part of part 3.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I don't know if like maybe I'm the only person that feels this way, but no one felt like they had good character development.
I think Polnareff is the only one that had character development.
He's like the main character. It's kind of like how people say Koichi's the main character of part 4, which is like true. Like Polnareff is kind of the main character of part 3.
Yeah.
Cause like Cat Queen doesn't really have any development. Like I know he's like friends with Jostaro ?
And like Polnareff gets all the character development, but like some of the fights are really good. Like the Darby ones.
The Darby episodes were like standout. Darby especially Darby the Gambler is amazing.
That's amazing.
That was so ridiculous.
It's amazing.
That was some of the funniest humor in JoJo with Jonathan and Abdul like glued together. That was really fun.
Like I think the second half of fights were better than like the first half of them.
Yeah, I agree.
The Anubis fight
and the finale, the climax is awesome.
I think the first half of that fight was better than the second half of that.
Yeah, it kind of drug on a little bit.
I think it's the steamroller, but
wild dog.
The sound effect of that is so good.
Yeah.
And part 4, I think the villain's Kira's I think the best villain until part 7. Yeah.
Kira's awesome. Kira was so cool.
Because the motives are just.
He was awesome. He was so creepy. His fingernails thing was awesome. I love when his fingernails start to grow.
Shower with your dad simulator. That part is great.
Yeah, he just was like so lucky.
I can't wait till you have to you're like what the one stand does in part 5. Like what does it actually do? Because that's a meme. What it actually does.
Which one? Gold Experience?
No, King
Crimson. Okay. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I don't know what it does though.
Not many people do. You're fine.
Even I was really confused by Gold Experience at first.
It's weird. Like, you can like turn stuff. It turns up. It's basically like transmutation kind of thing where you can like turn something into something else.
The first time he does it when he spoiler alert for the first chapter of JoJo he kills the guy with the shovel. It seemed like it just like the power just like reflected. So I thought it was just he reflected power, but I don't know.
It's weird. His stand is very like resourceful, but it's kind of like overpowered in that way. That's resourceful, but overpowered is nothing. Is just part of Giorno's fucking character.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited because I really like the direction the stands were taking in part 4. I thought it was really creative. There were a lot of really cool ones.
Part 5 does have some of the best fights. And
awesome.
Like, you haven't met the other team members yet, have you? In part 5?
Only
Bruno.
Yeah.
Which I like Bruno. Bruno's really cool.
Sticky Fingers is the coolest stand I've seen
He is
so far.
like the one that gets probably the most development compared out of JoJo Bros. Like he's
cool.
He's like the main character of part 5.
That's awesome because he's got such a like you can do so much with
Sticky Fingers is so cool.
Sticky Fingers.
So cool. And then you meet the other ones, but you haven't met Best Girl yet.
Yeah. All right. This is just gonna turn to a JoJo podcast.
I'm fine with that.
We could also just do a JoJo podcast, and I would not complain.
No, okay, so that's.
I guess that's really it then. I don't have anything planned for next podcast.
I don't know, man.
There's always Show by Rock. Show by Rock's always an option. I feel like that's gonna be like
this
our
is,
white
This
whale.
is my choice, so we'll
yeah, I'll pick
you
something.
to pick next one.
We could just do another easy like one episode.
Can we
deal.
watch more Dragon Maid?
Of course.
Part 2.
Of course. Actually, it's finished, I think. So
Ooh.
we could just do a Dragon Maid and then, or we'll finish it and then.
Or do a comic book one.
Oh, that's a good idea too. That'll be nice.
Can we talk about Tigra and all her greatness?
Everyone's least favorite Marvel character.
Our favorite West Coast Avenger. And like Cheetah, meh. She's an Injustice.
Cheetah?
Cheetah from DC.
I thought it was Cheetara. Maybe I'm thinking of Thundercats.
I think it's Thundercats.
Yeah. She runs really fast.
I hear it.
We could do Thundercats.
I guess they're superheroes, right?
Yeah, well, they're also Catgirl.
Snarf.
All right.
That works,
well, yeah, I guess that we're going to sign off now. Seems like we've done enough. So, any final words?
Final words.
All right. Signing off. This has been me. And you.
You didn't say me. I would say like.
Yeah, I was
gonna
be
me,
like
Jimmy, but no.
No, I was gonna say like, this is me.
Jimmy Minks and Sam Kruger signing out.
That's as good as any reason to go. All right, peace out. Nyan.